Oh man, I have been seeing some crazy shit today when it comes to like everything everywhere at once. The movie now to Mayans season 4, episode 6. I believe this is episode 6. It's nuts, man. This is raw thoughts. I'll have other videos covering like because there's a lot in this episode, so I'll have other videos covering a lot of the portions of the videos, like because there's a lot to talk about. But these are overall my true feelings and what I just experienced right now, and wow, this is the last man you should be sending out to check on Letty or Hope is Angel. And I get that Gilly was super drunk, but still don't send Angel. So yeah, I get too that the actress who plays Letty and of course Cardenas, Angel, those two are actually an item in real life. But boy, was wow, like how do we all like root for Angel at this point? Like literally, Coco barely died, and he's already banging his daughter. It's insane. And not only that, you have Nails, which I kind of well no, I got wrong because I was talking to somebody in the comment section and I said that, Nails, those hospital scenes might be Nails, it might be Nails, Angel, maybe the sons are like know where they're at and there's whatever, I felt like the hospital scenes would have to do something with Nails. It didn't because we just find out at the end of this episode, but we find out that Nails, she's bleeding, right? She's bleeding. And, Nails is a character where I think I actually would really like if they introduced her maybe in the first season or even the second season. If they introduced her in the show earlier on, I think I would have really appreciate more of Nails. Even though I understand now, I still have a lot of sympathy and character wise, she's not my favorite, but I generally like her. And in this episode, it makes me like her more because it's a mother losing a child, and anybody who loses like who's a parent or has lost anybody knows the pain that individuals go through. So Nails, whoa, but boy, oh my man. First of all, Felipe, what a great guy, right? The Felipe knows the Reyes family has been through so much tragedy these seasons, right? I don't understand how also Angel doesn't pick up the phone or at least calls his dad back in this episode. We'll get to that in a minute. But the Reyes family has been through some stuff, man. And to see Felipe, and I'm surprised Nails didn't even call Felipe. I think I would have liked that a little bit more if she actually called because obviously she couldn't drive. But luckily, of course, Felipe was there and took her to the hospital. And I think, almost, he's not really in this season at all. His storyline is kind of gone. But I do like the fact that he's still kind of there being like this. He reminds me of a grandpa, of course, a grandpa, a father figure. And I think he's still doing a good job with the little material he's getting. And I got to talk to Letty because the little material she's getting, she's really throwing out that performance out there. She's like, I'm going to try to get as much shine as I can. But going back to Nail's situation, I think, it's very interesting that, well, it's not interesting. It's sad that she loses the baby in the storyline with her, Angel. And I told you that it's never going to work. Angel is just disinterested in Nails. He might be, it's watching this episode. Angel is really a dick, man. Angel is, I wanted to give him you know, I wanted to know, like, I want to give him the credit that he might be a good dad, especially after the incident with Randall. That's why that incident is so bizarre because nothing has changed of Angel. Angel, honestly, is not a very good character. He hasn't grown. He's still the same. He's leaving Nails, and I get he's doing his club activities, but how many times have you seen like Jax or anybody kind of be there still with the family or doing things, to other things while like Nails is like doing the freaking baby room, and she's a good artist, by the way, doing a baby room, and like Angel is just fucking around, man. He's literally fucking Coco's daughter after his death. Oh, it's I can't go high. I can't go high. I got people sleeping, but I'm just like saying, man, like this is like bizarre to me. So bizarre. But I'm going back to Nails, all right? Because Nails deserves this. Because that's why I think I root for Nails a little bit, because Angel is such an asshole, right? It's so funny that they dropped, though, the Hank, Nails, and Angel storyline. Like, they dropped that the first episode of the season where Hank was like, I'm good, mama. Like, they dropped that. There, unless Nails is full, comes back around and Hank and Nails, but like Hank has barely been in this season. Another disappointing factor in the season. But with Nails, I was not prepared for when that doctor said, "Do you want to see your baby?" Because she said that the pregnancy, it just didn't. You had a certain thing. I'm not gonna go doctor talk here, but basically, the baby, the baby died. The baby died. They got it was premature, I believe. You guys know more than me. I just watched this episode once, but basically, yes, the birth, something happened where the baby died, but they were able, they have the baby's feet, they have the baby not fully grown and stuff, but they have the baby physically. And they asked Nails, would you like to see, what could have been? And I was like, oh, bro, what are they like? I thought the dog euthanasia last episode was nuts. This is nuts, man. When I saw that baby and Nails holding and Felipe, I was like, Felipe, dude, like, I gotta look away. Like, I can't watch this. Like this is nuts. This is kind of crazy. This is, and then especially being a father now you don't ever want to see kids hurt, or, well, you never did, but now you kind of really understand the pain of that, right? That was I know it was like, it's a fake baby and stuff, but they did a good job of making me freaking look away, because that was just insane. Like, it hit hard. I was like, holy I did not need to see this right now at 12:45 in the morning. I don't need that image in my brain, but it's in my brain. So of course Nails having to, deal with just deal with everything that's happened so far, right? With like the baby's gone. Now she has to go back to the house. Angel's not even there. The only one who's comforting her is Felipe. So nuts. So let's get into also, because I am kind of seeing some of the footage right here, but I want to jump into Jesse's thing. Boy, is Jesse an idiot. Jesse is so stupid. But then whatever her name is, her sister or whatever, who brought upon, the Montes vest to, I still forget his name, the son or whatever. I still forget. What is it? Terry brings it to Terry. That chick, man, I hate the dialogue where Jess is like, Jess is so worried about, like, oh my God, they're going to catch me. Well, never. Why did you do that? Why did you do that? And then she goes, Montez was a good guy. And then after that says, those wetbacks, like, it's bizarre to me, right? The whole situation, how it came to be, is so freaking bizarre. And don't get me started with Taza just sitting there at the end and not saying a freaking word, man. This war is mostly him. But the Jess thing, like, why you made me like dislike her, because how stupid she is. She's not as bad as Emily, but oh my God, Jess is dumb. And that other chick being like Montez, like, because Montez was Mexican, and now it seems like she's kind of a racist a little bit, and her convincing Jess, like, no, you tell us when they're gonna hit and blah blah blah, and Jess is still doing it. Jess is still feeding her information. Oh my God, I don't know. Positives though in this episode, Marcus Alvarez, man, still one of my favorite. Probably is my favorite character. Chips is my favorite character, but out of the Mayans, for sure, my favorite character. This is why this actor absolutely needed to be at least one of the leads throughout the whole the whole series. He really showcases it in this episode. He showcases where this character has been and what situation. He's the type of leader you need, because he's not quick on the trigger, but he still wants retaliation. That is the problem with Easy. Easy is such a young gun, and Easy's literally like Billy the Kid. He wants a war. He's hungry for a war. Manny is hungry for a war. A lot of these guys are hungry for the war. they're not as experienced. They're not as savvy as Marcus. So Marcus, I love the scene between Marcus and Easy, especially when he's fixing up his bike and he says, I got to get my, and Easy goes like, well, there's a prospect for that. Nestor, where the hell is he? And Marcus goes, yeah, sometimes you got to get your hands dirty, and giving him his whole spill of, of course he knows what happened. He finds out from Oakland who did it. He finds out from Hank, who's basically his little spy, right? His little, or his, at least his messenger boy, and finding out that, they got hit by the Sons. And I like how he's calm, cool, collected. He doesn't want to all out, just like, we're going to go after these guys. He wants to address the situation, and just the presence of Marcus and just overall his looming shadow in this series and including in this episode is so great. It's so good for the series. We need that. I would have loved that in the early on seasons, but what we're getting with Marcus and what we're getting with Marcus and Easy's relationship is very intriguing and very entertaining. The problem is I'm starting to really dislike Easy. This guy really is swinging those, he thinks he has big balls, but I'm starting to think he has tiny little balls there. Because Easy, because he's so young, because he wants to, of course, with Coco's death, he wants to retaliate so fast. And you feel the effects of Coco more on Gilly. Of course, Gilly was more closer to Coco. But it's funny how everybody's like, oh, he's our brother. We're gonna go after these guys. We need to fucking do it. Bishop, crying in sorrow, or not even crying, but just really reflecting and just really alone and telling the one chick to go get out of the way. I forget her name, the widow. And she's like shocked and like that he just wants to be left alone. Like she's had, that actress went for it right there. But with Bishop, Bishop sulking and my brother, blah, blah, blah. You know what? These last season, I recall nobody giving a damn where Coco was. So it just makes it so it's this is what happens when you do certain things in previous seasons and you think it's not going to have an effect of a story you're trying to tell this season, especially of a major character's death, because it doesn't line up. It doesn't contribute, like it doesn't commute or I don't know how to say it. It doesn't register. It doesn't register in the mind that, you guys were this way this season, but now you're this way in this season. This doesn't make any sense. But Coco's death, he's dead. There's some members that got hit that are in the hospital, but Coco was confirmed done. And you know what? You gotta applaud the actor. You gotta applaud. I really liked Coco as a character. I really think it was ups and downs with him, but he has so much potential. It just never reached that potential, but it's still sad to see that happened, especially to that, to that character. Cause we all wanted to see Coco back as Coco form in the first 2 seasons of Mayans, but it just, the actor either wanted to do other things or that's what we heard, or it just was time for him to go. But if they were going to do it, I was kind of hoping to do it last season. So very weird that maybe they did have a plan for Coco and the actor just didn't want to be there. So who knows? Real story, so with Coco's death, you have Letty and Hope, and I was absolutely right. I love that Hope doesn't go to Meth Mountain, that they're really leaning into each other to really bring maybe a better, to honor Coco is to really kind of like to live life, right? To live life and not go back to what they were, but move forward or what they could be. So with Hope and Letty in that scene was so great. I love the scene where she's just sitting down by Hope and Hope is crying. She says, I'll leave tomorrow. And Letty's like, I don't want you to go. And I was hoping that she just lays down and they embrace. That's exactly what they did. It was very weird, though, when Angel came over and brought chicken nuggies to Letty, and Letty gets that hug and that kiss on the forehead, and they, I presume, banged. I don't know if Hope was in the other room or she was gone and she just kind of sneaked in. Very odd. Very, very odd. That was a very odd scene. Yeah, that was a very odd scene. A very, very odd scene. I would have liked anybody else than Angel to be in that scene. And then you got the whole Adelita situation that has not been addressed just yet, but is coming probably next episode. Then we have Miguel. Miguel has to leave because the LGN, or the father of Tomas, is going to pretty much rat because they're going to torture the hell out of him. And he knows that Miguel's probably there, or he knows he's there. I don't know who the guy who picked him up was. I'm assuming it's one of the bodyguards or whatever, and that's been with him for a long time. I can't remember, honestly. I didn't really watch the recap. I wanted to get straight to this episode. So Miguel has to leave. I did like the Miguel and Auntie situation. It's kind of cool. Like, the Auntie's pretty cool. I like her. The old woman's like, I got your back, boy, but you need to go. So I did like that. But Miguel's storyline continues. He's probably going to find Emily. And then Emily was in this episode. You explain to me why her conversation with Easy made any sense in the world. Why that would either affect him or not affect him. Because I believe it did not matter if she called him and just warned him. Did not matter. Would not matter. Would not matter what's going on with him. Because even if he gets in trouble, it's not for that shit. It's not from the private investigators investigating stuff. It's going to be for the damn war. He murdered somebody. So other than the guy he murdered, it would be the sons he murdered. So her calling him doesn't affect him at all. Doesn't affect anything. She just called him. I think she just called him to call him. I really hate Emily, so I'm not going to talk anymore because you guys already know how much I despise Emily and this stupid character. The actress is amazing, but once again, this character is here, and I just don't get it. Why? Moving forward, though, we did get some, this good cinematography. Like I said, the scene with Easy and Patrino Marcus, that was a great there's some great cinematography. I love the use of like having the sun, the backdrop, the lighting of incorporating the sun. I just think this episode looks really good. I think the cinematography is really nailing it on this episode. I think the cinematography has been nailing it on these past seasons too. I just really think the show looks good. The problem is the writing and some of the acting. I mean, I know I'm going to get a lot of flack for this, but I thought Gilly, the actor, did okay in this episode. I didn't think he was horrible, but I didn't think he was that great when he was trying to show emotion. When Angel was like, "You good, man?" And I know he's supposed to be drunk, but I mean, I thought he did okay. I mean, I literally just got done watching one of the best acting movies I've seen in a while. That's super bizarre. Was Everything Everywhere at Once. So going from there to here, and I think all the actors are doing a good job. I think Letty, definitely the actress, is trying to do as much as she can because she only has so much screen time through this season. So she's really, really pushed. And I think she does a good job, but she's really trying to get that little. She wants to like showcase those acting skills, and it's a shame because she should be more into in this series. I mean, she's a very talented actress, so I don't understand why we can't have, if we're going to do like an Angel and Letty thing, they got to done that at the beginning. Remember, I thought Letty and Easy were going to have a thing, but that never happened. So I think there's a lot of storylines that happen like in Mayans, and they just kind of completely drop. And that's example was the Hank and Nails thing. So what else is there to talk about, man? I mean, did I like the episode? I thought the episode was... The best way I could describe this episode was very bizarre. I know everybody's excited because they're greenlit the war. Everybody's sitting down, Manny coming in and pretty much ruining the surprise and saying, "Yo, yeah, I heard that. I'm here to kill some sons." The Manny and Easy conversation of how the old timers, and in my mind, I mean, I guess that would reflect on people who are younger and get it. A lot of people would get like, yeah, these guys, these guys are not pulling the trigger. We need to go to war right now, baby. That's not I'm a seasoned vet. I'm 32 years old. I know I'm not super old, but I'm going on 33. Am I 32 or am I 33 already? I can't remember. Whatever. So for me, I actually like Marcus's take where you can't be jumping into things. And that's just kind of common sense. Why would you be jumping into a war? And I know Bishop is itching to get into this war. The one thing I really like too with these conversations with when they were sitting on the table, first of all, it's great to have a lot of club conversations, voting, not necessarily voting, but overall like everybody's opinion. I would like more of that because if you do watch Sons of Anarchy, there is more opinions of all the characters, because more of those characters are kind of fleshed out. With Mayans, you're getting that, but I want to see more dialogue with these characters when you're sitting down. The one dialogue I did like is, you know what, I'm starting to like Conche, because Conche, I could really understand where he's coming from, because everybody, we're trying to forget what Easy did, but a lot of things that Conche is throwing at him is facts and truths. He's throwing daggers. This kind of, when he talks, when Easy talks and Conche rebuts, I'm starting to think that like this is like Johnny Depp and Amber Heard case that we're seeing on trial. Like Johnny Depp's lawyer is just throwing daggers at him. This is with Easy. I get it. He's a young buck, you know. I understand some of his philosophy. I understand Manny's philosophy. They want to retaliate. They lost a fallen comrade, and I understand. Like, we, the audience, want to see that because it's entertaining, and we want to. And I really actually like a lot of the back and forth, the conversations, the should we go to war? Should we not go to war? I really like that. I like that sense of like the build up to it. So I like that a lot, but I do understand that I think the right way is what Marcus was doing. And it's kind of like, yeah, we'll retaliate, but I don't know how many, I have to think of how many, you know, or how many Mayans are going to go, how many old ladies are going to be, you know, widowed. Like the kids, I got to understand that, because we know Marcus was kind of like a gung-ho kind of guy and would itch at war in his younger days. But now he's so seasoned and he's seen personally what he's lost, that he understands that, whoa, pump the brakes. Yes, we are going to retaliate, but I want less casualties, and we can't afford this. We just literally just got done with the Civil War. A lot of our people have died from us, from what we did. So we need to pump the brakes. So the big plan for Easy is saying that Packer, of course, is in the ICU. You know, the Sons over there are going to kind of like be like kind of like the guards, right? It's kind of like when Pac got shot the first time and all his outlaw buddies stood guard at the hospital because they didn't trust anybody. And same with when Pac got shot the second time. When I'm saying Pac, I'm saying Tupac. If you know anything about his life story and know about a lot of those interviews with his group, that's kind of the same thing that's going on with Packer. He's sick and he's kind of like on his last legs, and he is the head honcho over there. You're gonna have a lot of guys now that they hit the Mayans. You're gonna have a lot of guys protecting him. So Easy wants to take out the old man and take out the leadership and, you know, hit them where it hurts. But I honestly don't think that matters at all. I think exactly. Packer is an old man. Packer is in his last limbs. He's not even like running things right. He's not in San Bernardino. He's not running things. So why does that even matter of taking him out to send a message? We just got done talking about how the young guys are Easy and Manny saying the young guys need to take over and these old guys won't give them a chance. That's kind of the same thing at the other side. Everybody's kind of probably waiting for Packer to croak so the young guys could kind of take over or new leadership can come. So Easy's plan doesn't work. It doesn't work. I guess it can work if you guys agree with it, but to me that doesn't really make a lot of sense, you know? So this is absolutely bonkers. This is a very bonkers, crazy, I've scenes in here really threw me for a loop. Like I've been seeing some crazy shit. I have to watch it again. Honestly, this is an episode that is going all over the place and I really kind of got to process it. But the main thing is, wow, Angel is a real asshole. Nails losing the baby is very saddening. The episodes still continue to look great, but the writing seems to be off the wall. Some things I predicted with Letty and Hope, I like that. I hope it continues to blossom with that friendship, and maybe I don't know where they would go with it, but I do like the fact that, you know, maybe Hope battling maybe meth, you know, if she's gonna go to Meth Mountain or not. That's not the main focus though, that I don't think we all want to see. We want to see, of course, the Sons versus Mayans. That's what I took out of it, that now you're probably gonna see some casualties next episode. Hearing Tig is gonna be in the season finale, maybe the calm the storms, like, dude, what are we doing here? If that's the case, I don't know. I don't know how this all is gonna wrap up, but we're already done with episode 6, so we only have a handful of episodes left. And I can't say I didn't enjoy the episode. It just really, it really had a lot of it was all over the place, of course, and I have some gripes with it. But I mean, I honestly would have to watch it again. I don't. I'm just kind of caught in between a little on this one. I really like a lot of elements to it, but then I don't think like a lot of elements they introduced was so bizarre and so weird in this in the writing, at least. The character interaction with Angel and Letty, I know they're a couple in real life, but boy, was that super awkward in that exchange, that whole scene. I did love though Easy and Marcus's interaction. Easy and Manny still starting to become one of my favorite duo, and I really like their interaction. I wish actually this guy was in the earlier season, just like Nails. I wish Nails was in the earlier season, so I would actually like her a little bit more. And there's still more storylines that we have to come back to. Creeper said a couple sentences. Hank continues to say a couple sentences. So does Taza continue to say one sentence. So, okay. And then of course Jesse comes in out of nowhere all the time. When her scenes come up, I'm like, holy shit, I forgot about her. Yeah, she's in there, and I guess she's gonna tell the Sons of Anarchy, or the Sons, about the Mayans' plans or whatever. And Bishop still continues to rot. It's starting to be really sad right now with Bishop. I'm just like, dude, I love this actor, I love this character, but what are we gonna do with Bishop? Bishop has been moping these last couple episodes. We need to see something else. So I'm in the middle, man. I mean, there is some good shots on here. I like some scenes. Cinematography, like I said, is really good. We saw some ass in here. we saw some little bit of nudity in here. There was a lot of shocking moments. There's a lot of heartfelt moments too. Like I could feel for Nails and stuff. But boy, what an interesting. I'm very lost and confused on this one a little bit. Like I said, I got to sit on it. I'll probably rewatch it, and then we'll get some individual videos out there on my true feelings of a lot of the plot points that happened in this episode. But I can't say I wasn't. Oh man, now I'm seeing the scene again. Oh my god. I can't say that I wasn't not entertained. I guess I'm not entertained is not a good word to use for this episode, but it was there. It was very interesting. I want to hear your guys' thoughts. You guys probably are. I don't know if I'm feeling the same way like you guys are. I mean, if I hit some of the points that you guys were feeling on some of this stuff that I was presenting on here, but we only have a couple episodes left, so we'll see where it goes. I just hope I hope if they're gonna get another season, I hope they just cut a lot of these storylines. The Galindo, the Emily. Easy and Emily talking was just making. I hate that. Oh my god, him wagging his little tail like a puppy dog. So I don't know. And then Angel, I was kind of a little confused if he knew that the baby was gone when he went back to the compound, when he went back to the club. But I don't think that was necessarily it. I think he was just frustrated because of him sleeping with Letty. I don't know. It was very confusing on that end. I don't know if I missed something or whatever. I really was paying attention in this episode, but I'll rewatch it and we'll see. So thank you guys for listening. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. Would really appreciate it. Like the video if you want more content, because more content's coming. If you guys haven't seen my Coco journey video, I'll leave the link in the description box. Go check that out. And honestly, like, I pretty much thought he was dead, and he's dead. So it's a nice little tribute to him. So, and the actor did a fantastic job as well throughout the series. So RIP Coco. And like I said, share the video, subscribe, and until next time, we'll talk more Mayans MC. I'll see you guys later.